Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and look at a pretty terrifying hypothetical. What if the internet just disappeared everywhere, all at once, for an entire month? We're not talking about your router acting up or a localized outage. We're talking about a total global internet failure and the absolute staggering economic impact it would have on our daily struggles.
Imagine waking up tomorrow. You roll over, grab your phone, just like you do every single morning, right? You unlock the screen, you tap your favorite app, and you just wait. But literally, nothing happens. There's no loading icon, no error message even. Just a blank void where your endless stream of connection used to be. It starts as a totally mundane morning, but it's about to turn into one of the biggest crises in human history.
Honestly, you'd probably go through the exact same frantic steps we all would, just assuming it's a glitch. First, you check the Wi-Fi, nothing. Then you toggle over to your mobile data, still nothing. So you drag yourself out of bed and do the sacred modern ritual, unplugging and restarting the router. At this point, it just feels like a minor annoyance. You figure, hey, maybe the network is down or my provider is doing maintenance. You just assume it's going to come back online any second now. But then we hit phase one, the invisible system collapses. Because pretty soon, battery-powered radios and television broadcasts confirm a really terrifying reality. This isn't just your street or your city or even your country dealing with an outage where you can't stream a movie for a bit. The news starts reporting something totally unprecedented. The internet is just gone. Everywhere. Within mere hours, 8 billion of us simultaneously come to this chilling realization. The invisible system holding modern society together has literally evaporated. Think about the sheer scale of that for a second. This internet failure isn't just a tech glitch. It is a sudden, collective severing of the entire way humanity operates and survives. Which brings us to phase two, day one, global confusion. The timeline of this crisis ramps up incredibly fast. Over just a 72-hour window, we transition rapidly from that initial morning outage straight into escalating global confusion on day one. And by day three, we're looking at a total economic standstill. It's actually staggering how fast society starts to unravel. I mean, just think about the compounding weight of losing all these vital services at the exact same time. No websites, no emails, so global communication just stops dead. No online banking or digital payments, which means your money is essentially trapped. No GPS, so deliveries and basic travel become a total guessing game. The daily struggles begin literally immediately because every single pillar of our modern convenience is wiped out in a flash. All across the world, you have students, office workers, families desperately trying to connect. People are just staring at their routers. Office workers are sitting at desks trying to ping company networks that just don't exist anymore. Millions upon millions of devices are continuously searching for a signal that never arrives, and people completely overwhelm the traditional phone lines in the process trying to figure out what is going on. The world is abruptly plunged into this really unsettling silence, forcing humanity to experience life totally unplugged. To quote the source material, for decades, people had taken constant connectivity for granted. We never really thought about it, did we? It was like oxygen. But on day one of this crisis, that silence really sets in, and we're forced to confront just how utterly dependent we are on this tech. And that leads to phase three, day three, economic standstill. You see, a severed digital economy immediately stalls the physical world. It's a massive domino effect. When electronic payments fail, you get huge lines at fuel stations because nobody can pay for gas with a card. When credit terminals go dark, cash violently becomes the absolute most valuable resource you can have in your pocket. And when cloud infrastructure halts, large companies don't just slow down, they completely pause all operations. The digital failure instantly becomes a physical world crisis. The panic literally escapes our device screens and hits the streets. Basic logistics break down, and everyday survival turns into an immediate challenge. By day three, the daily struggles aren't about missing a Zoom meeting anymore. Supermarkets are packed with anxious shoppers, and those shelves empty rapidly because the digital supply chains that restock them are completely broken. Banks physically can't process transactions. Financial markets actually have to suspend trading. Global commerce slows to an absolute crawl. And honestly, the scariest part? This is only day three. For the next 27 days, this devastating economic standstill is the new reality. Which brings us to our final phase, our fragile modern world.
We really need to recognize that the internet is no longer just a convenience. It is the invisible system, the vast, unseen digital infrastructure that unknowingly holds the entire modern world together. We treat the internet like a luxury, a way to stream shows or post photos. But the reality is that it's the very foundation of our daily survival. Our food, our money, our jobs, our safety, they are all tethered to this incredibly fragile network.
So I'll leave you with this final thought for today's explainer. We take this constant connectivity for granted every single day, but if the invisible system disappeared tomorrow, how prepared are you for the silence? If you woke up tomorrow and that screen was dark and the economic engines of the world just ground to a total halt, are you truly ready for life without it? It's definitely a profound question to consider as you go about your deeply connected day.